Have you ever walked into a room and felt like every person in it knew something you didn't? That night, I realized I was the only one still in the dark. Every love has its secrets. Every lie leaves a scar. And every heartbreak teaches a lesson. You're listening to Love, Lies, and Lessons, where every story whispers the truth about love. Episode 7, The Dinner I'll Never Forget. My name is Emily. For weeks, I'd been trying to rebuild trust with Noah, my husband. We agreed to start fresh, communicate more, be honest. So when he suggested a small dinner gathering with his coworkers, I thought maybe this was progress. I wore the dress he loved. I even convinced myself that the past was behind us. I was wrong. There were 4 of us at the table: Noah, me, and 2 colleagues. One of them being her, Clara, the woman from the text messages I wasn't supposed to see. She smiled at me, warm, gentle, like we were old friends. And Noah, he looked nervous. But what broke me wasn't the awkwardness. It was the little things. The way he leaned slightly toward her, how she finished his sentences, the inside jokes I wasn't part of. Her hand brushing his arm while laughing like it was nothing. Everyone else in that restaurant just saw coworkers. But I saw history. I saw something I wasn't prepared for. And then, she said it.
Noah, remember that night at the lake? The stars were unbelievable.
The lake? The night he told me he was working late? The night I was home, waiting. Noah froze. He knew I knew. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I didn't make a scene. I just smiled and watched him fall apart in real time. Because sometimes silence is louder than screaming. When we got home, he asked if we could talk. I told him the truth. I don't need to hear excuses. I only need to know whether you chose me or you already chose her. He didn't answer, and that was the answer. So tell me, do you think I should walk away? Or do you think there's still something here worth fighting for? Let me know. I really want to hear what you think. Sometimes the hardest part of love is realizing you can't carry it alone. I learned that night that silence can tell the truth louder than any confession. Maybe healing starts when we stop begging for answers and start listening to what our heart already knows. If this story made you feel something, even just a little, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me in the comments, if love is hurting you more than healing you, would you stay or would you leave? If you'd like to stay with me through the next chapters, you can like, subscribe, or simply come back for episode 8. Either way, thank you for being here.